up, Craig? How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm about to try this brand new orange flavored EAA by Enhanced, the Dennis James one. I was going to see if you wanted me to share how I feel about the taste.
Yeah, give it a try.
Okay, you ready? I hope it's good because I don't want to put them on blast. I'm very honest with my opinions here. All right, here we go. No way. It's like Tane. It's actually good.
Oh yeah?
I would say it's their best tasting product.
Really?
Yeah. It's like orange EAA by like a Dennis James one.
Nice. Yeah, and Hans been on fire with their products lately.
Yeah. So yeah, I approve.
So how you been, man? What's good?
Everything's good, man. Just the same old, trying to get big.
I hear you, man. So have you seen the transformation? There was a breaking news yesterday. Thor, Hafthor Bjornsson put in his picture.
That was actually a huge talk at the yesterday, believe it or not. I can't even believe you brought that up.
It was crazy.
Yeah, I feel like he looked better, maybe more in between his biggest till now. Like maybe we had more thighs. But he definitely looks healthier, and obviously, he dropped I think 110 pounds, right?
I think something like that. It's insane.
A lot healthier, so but coming from a guy like me who's all about being huge, man, I thought he was a little too on the smaller side. But like I said, if he's also fighting, so
that's what I'm saying. He's taking this really seriously. It seems like he has a fight coming up in
honestly,
September.
I think he's doing the right thing. Because like you get gassed out quicker when you're huge.
But what's shocking about the whole thing is that he's just so lean, and a lot of people just didn't expect that. You know what I'm saying? Like they saw he definitely posted pictures before. And
Yeah.
there's a comparison actually, and I'm looking at the comparison just from a few months ago, and there's just a drastic difference.
Yeah, a lot of people are being harsh in the Generation Iron comments.
Oh man, that's what?
Yeah.
That's I don't think it's about being bad, but it's like basically I think he's really the boxing is his life now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he showed his dedication at this point. Like it's not gonna be like back and forth. Maybe he will go back to powerlifting or whatever, but it looks like he's 100% dedicated.
Well, if that's the case, man, like I don't really follow him, but if that's the case, he's doing the right thing by getting smaller for sure. You got to be lighter, you're quicker, you can punch harder, faster swings. So yeah, I think he's doing the right thing for sure. Plus he probably feels amazing, man. I know, when I take a break, 2 years ago I dropped down from 350 to 300, and man, I was like, felt so good, so I'm sure, he feels great,
But what's messed up though? Like you mentioned those negative comments, right? Like from haters or whatever. What's crazy is that even though he looks like he's in great shape, he's ripped, you know what I'm saying? And he's training every day for this boxing event, and people are saying he doesn't look healthy. Isn't that crazy? Like people associate being lean with being unhealthy nowadays.
Yeah. What is the major ones what were the ones I saw that were kind of harsh? I'm trying to remember what they said. I think it was something like I don't know, like he just did drugs or something, like he just lost weight doing drugs, or I don't know, something negative, But yeah, you know how people can be, man. They even attack me, bro, but that shouldn't bother me. Sure, it doesn't bother him.
You know who got also kind of similar response? I remember. Well, it was a different situation. It was an injury. Do you remember Dennis Wolf? He was like a big mass monster.
Oh yeah.
He had a back surgery and had the nerve damage or whatever. It's completely different from this, but like he got a lot of that too. You know what I mean? When he released the pictures finally, when he was he was completely lean. A lot of people started saying that stuff about him. How he's unhealthy looking, whatever. It's just crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. I have a similar injury to him. I have nerve damage too, but it's not my back; it's in my arm. But I'm still pushing through. I'm not shrinking,
But yeah, you didn't lose anything. I mean, your injury is pretty severe too. But like you seem like you're in.
I definitely did. My right arm is smaller, which is I'm known for my out angling. So I can't really out angle now. I feel like it's kind of like I don't know, man. It's just kind of, I'm known for out angling, and my right arm, my right tricep got nerve damage, so smaller. So it's like really hard I can't out angle like I used to, man. It sucks. Hopefully, I can bring that back at some point, but I'm just going with the flow,
Was your right size your bigger size for the out angling pictures? You use your right side?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So it was a strategy. It was strategy to the out angling, right? which side do you
Yeah,
use?
I'm not gonna say I created it, but I definitely, know how I kind of, put it out there where people are like, whoa, I should try doing that too. And then I see a lot of people doing it, obviously not as crazy as me, but they're like, you know,
Speaking of Thor, right? Just a couple of weeks ago, they announced that he was supposed to fight Eddie Hall, right? Like everybody keeps talking about this super fight between him and Eddie
I love
Hall.
Eddie Hall.
Yeah, and then it keeps getting postponed, and that was supposed to be the Eddie Hall fight in September, and then something happened, and Eddie Hall got replaced with an arm wrestling champion of some sort.
Yeah, should have stuck with Eddie Hall, I think.
I know. I think it was just like the stars are not aligning, you know. So I think Eddie maybe had an injury or something, or something to that
I,
extent. I'm not sure.
did Eddie get injured?
There was something to do with, I don't know what it was, an injury or it was just a scheduling problem. I'm not sure, but it was an explanation about it. But everybody keeps waiting for that fight. You know what I mean? We spoke about that before, actually. Yeah, are you gonna watch this?
I wouldn't order it. If I was at a party or something, I'd watch it, or if someone's throwing a party, maybe I'll go check it out. But I wouldn't order it at my house.
Well, at least you're honest, Craig.
Yeah.
All right. So next thing I want to talk about is this milk carton challenge. Have you seen this?
No clue, but I want to interrupt you one quick second. Yesterday at the gym, a guy tapped me on the shoulder, and this is kind of cool. He wasn't like, "Oh, you're Craig Golias," but he was like, "Oh, I saw your documentary on Generation Iron last night. It was freaking awesome. Just wanted to shake your hand." I thought it was kind of cool, Generation Iron, but
Yeah,
but I
Big
haven't.
Rexy. That's awesome, man. The people love you,
Yeah.
man. So yeah, this milk carton challenge, milk box carton challenge, milk carton challenge. Yeah, that's what it is. Have you seen it?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Basically, it's people lining up milk cartons in a pyramid form, like this, basically, and then they walk because it's like it's like shaky. It's like
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
you
Yeah,
seen
I saw
Bradley
that on.
Bradley Martin did one. Bradley Martin did a crazy one. Like
I didn't. I'll have to go check that out. I didn't see that. I just saw some like Mexican dude doing it and falling and hurting himself.
it's a big thing right now, but people are really hurting themselves. I've seen people really injuring themselves falling off the crazy.
Yeah, this guy looked like he got. I would say he was definitely injured, man. He hit the ground hard.
So I guess the idea is to balance it because they're like, you know what I mean? They're like shaking like Legos, kind of like, back and forth.
Yeah, yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
So Bradley
I
Moore,
didn't popular. Like I said, I just saw one video of it.
yeah, I saw one randomly, and then I found out that it's actually a thing now. It's like an actual challenge. People are doing it.
Yeah, maybe I should try it. Huh?
Oh man, that will go viral. I think if you do it.
Yeah, but if I go down, bro, I'm done. Like 350 hit the ground, you're done.
Yeah, maybe it's not a good idea. Maybe do like just a couple of crates. You know what I mean? Just do like.
Or do it, and if I fall in a pool or something.
Yeah. But Bradley Martin did a great one actually. He went all the way to the top. Then they gave him the dumbbells. He did a few curls, and then he walked down.
Wow.
He's really athletic. That guy. He does some crazy stunts.
Yeah, yeah, he does. Sometimes people say I look like his bigger brother.
Yeah. I remember that. But I don't know. I was wondering, like, it's crazy how people are really doing this, and some are getting hurt, right? I mean, these challenges are getting crazier and crazier.
Hey, people will do anything for views, man. They really will, bro. They'll go to the hospital if they have to. Like, they'll do anything for views.
Yeah. Have you thought about starting a challenge?
A challenge or a channel?
A challenge. A Craig
Kind
Golias
of.
challenge. What would it be?
Who could get the biggest and stay the leanest? That'd be kind of cool. Kind of like bigger by the day. And that'd be kind of cool. Something where how big can you get and still maintain abs? How much weight can you put on from beginning to end, and you still have abs at the end? I had a client put on 80 pounds and still had abs at the end. I'm gonna post that on my Instagram story this week. It's freaking crazy, but sometimes I get nervous posting that because I don't want people thinking they can get that with my coaching. This is just a freak, genetic freak. Like who put on a crazy amount of weight and still maintain
80 pounds you put on. Wow.
80 pounds, still has abs. I mean, they're not as sharp. He was shredded, like bone dry shredded, and we did a crazy bulk. And I want to promote it, but like I said, I don't want people thinking, "Oh, Craig put on 80 pounds on this guy. Why am I not 80 pounds?" Sometimes it just isn't realistic. It's just genetic.
Do you see that a lot? People putting that much size and weight and still staying like lean, like you?
Well, that's what I always try, to do when I work with someone is, that's why we call it a clean bulk. You want to put on good weight. Nobody wants to get fat. If you want to get fat, you don't need to hire someone. You just eat junk food all day and watch the scale go up, but watch your belly go up too. Dirty bulking is not the way to go. That is not bodybuilding. You know, that is nothing. That is nothing good at all. I mean, you're basically just getting yourself fatter. Yeah, you might get a little stronger, but you're also getting fatter. So that's not what it's all about. Eating the right foods and getting bigger and leaner.
All right, next thing I want to talk about is actually a serious subject. I want to get your opinion on this. So, you know, there's been a lot of different health concerns in the bodybuilding community, right? People are basically seeing headlines. They're seeing, you know, somebody dying, you know, somebody getting injured or whatever. Not injured, but, you know, having health side effects, basically. And they kind of complain and, you know, they're saying something should change or whatever, you know. But then when it comes to, you know, supporting and basically moving forward with let's say drug tested bodybuilding, you know what I'm saying? Nobody really wants to. I guess some do, but majority of people don't really want to support it. So they want to complain about certain things, right? They want to complain about the current situation, but nobody really wants to see any type of change in, you know, into a different direction. Do you think that's hypocritical?
Are you talking about like the people passing away recently due to diet?
Well, that's, you know, it's allegedly, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to put anybody on blast, or I don't want to put any specific person that passed away, and you know what I mean? I don't want to make it personal. I just say in general, people are saying, well, bodybuilding should be healthier, you know what I'm saying? But they don't want to necessarily support the drug
It's
testing,
just,
you know?
yeah, you know, bodybuilding is just a risk you take. It's not healthy. Um, you're putting a lot of chemicals in your body for a trophy, you know, but you know, that's just what they want. They want that trophy. You know, they'll do anything to have it. And there's always a price to pay for some people, a sacrifice. You know, some people might have conditions they don't know they have, you know, heart situations, kidney situations. And what you're doing is you're pushing and pushing. And, you know, all because you want this trophy, you know, and sometimes people luck out and sometimes people don't. You know, it's a risk you have to take. How bad do you want it? You know, they want it really bad. They'll do whatever it takes. So, you know, that's just kind of like the price you have to pay, man. You know, a lot of these, I've been there, you know, I've been in the shoes. I wanted that trophy, you know, and, you know, after just trying and trying, you know, and just being like, this is just too much, you know, like I'm getting nothing out of this. And, you know, that's just, I lucked out, you know, but like I said, everyone's different. Some people are just hungrier than others, you know, and they'll push it harder than other people will.
Right. But I mean, as a bodybuilding audience out there, right? People, fans, basically, you know, should they be then, if they complain about the certain current situations, do you think they should be, you know, pushing for change, or supporting, you know, drug tested athletes, perhaps?
Well, I mean, bodybuilding would be, it'd be pretty, sorry, it would be pretty, boring if it was all natural shows. If there was drug tests, there'd be like no freaks, and people love seeing the freaks. So that's something that the people need to take into consideration. They say they should do drug testing. They should do drug testing. Well, we could do that. Everyone will be a lot healthier, but you won't be looking at freaks. You'll be looking at dudes that are just, you know, gym rats, but a little more tighter. You know, so what do you want to see? You know, like you want to push the drug testing, have the drug testing, and then not see the freaks, and not have a show and have an audience and have Olympia and have fans, or you know what I mean?
Hmm. So then nobody should complain then, right? I mean, like,
Oh
essentially, when
no,
they hear something happens, let's say, right, somebody has health complications, let's just say, right, then it's like they should just accept that it's part of this extreme sport, in a sense.
nobody's forcing them to step on that stage, man. No one's forcing them to do that show. No one's forcing them to take that, take those supplements. They're doing it because they want to do it. You know, so that's on them, man. That's the risk they have to take. That's all them. You know.
Mhm. I see a lot in the comments lately. Also, people are kind of like, they're very quick to point the fingers at the coaches, and they say, well, it's the coach's faults. You know, they're not really, I don't know, I guess, paying attention to what the client is doing, or they pushing the client too hard. You know what I'm saying? Too hard or something like that, and then they burn out. You know, something happens to them when they do that. Do you think that's fair to point? Because you're a coach yourself, right? I mean, so like, what do you think about these type of accusations?
All depends on what if the coach is telling them to take some crazy stuff, like a lot of stuff, a lot of diuretics, and yeah, it is the coach's fault. Absolutely. They need to freaking go. because you're just doing it as you're told. You're paying someone, you know, to tell because you want their expertise. So I've heard from, you know, from what I've seen on a couple podcasts. I won't say the names, but yeah, it seems like some of these coaches, man, they're really pushing crazy stuff. I'm just like, you know, and people are coming out and they're like, they're telling, oh, my coach was having me do this, and everyone's like, what? You know, they're like throwing them under the bus. But yeah, I actually think it is the coach's fault that they're going to make them take this crazy shit. It's a bodybuilding show. You know, you don't need to take that much crazy shit. Get in shape and step on stage. You know, you don't need to be taking all these pills to piss out every single ounce of water out of you, man. Like I see people in the gym lifting up their shirt and they look like they should be on stage right there, and they just had Taco Bell, you know, and while drinking a load of water, you know, they look like, I'm like, I saw this guy at the gym yesterday. He lifts up the shirt. I'm like, why aren't you on stage this second? He's like, oh no, dude. I'm like, well, what's your diet like? A lot of steak and rice. You know, I had some chicken, Chick-fil-A. You know, like, see what I mean? Like, this dude could have been on stage. I'm telling you, it was ridiculous. Like, he had veins up his obliques. Like, you don't need to abuse this shit, man. Like, I'm hearing people taking diuretics like a week out. What are you doing? You know, like it's stupid as hell, and you're just harming your body, and you could possibly kill yourself. That's why a lot of people are losing their lives lately, is because of that. You know, and they're just doing what they're told.
So it seems like kind of like if you feel like your coach is okay, if an athlete feels like the coach is like doesn't give the right advice, like that should be a concern right away, right? Like I mean, it's something
Yeah,
doesn't feel right.
If you're a little nervous, like if your coach tells you to take like all this shit, you know, maybe you should rethink who you're using. Is my opinion. You know, like, I mean, I'm not trying to throw me under. I'm not trying to, you know, call me out or nothing like that. But you know, go look at some of my transformations. They're pretty crazy, and they're not taking that much shit at all, man. You know, like you don't need to. You know, like it's not needed. You do the hard work, the training. You know, the eating. You know, the supplementation is just a little part of it. You know, it does help, yes, but without the killing the food and the training.
Have you
Sorry.
heard from some of your clients, where they had coaches before you, for example? Have you heard some things that surprised you, even like what some of the coaches advise to their clients?
A lot, but mostly just communication issues. Like my coach would talk to me once a week or blah, blah, blah. That was most of the things I've heard, you know, like, oh, they never talk to me. And, you know, luckily I talk to my clients almost every day. So, you know what I mean? They don't have to worry about that, but it's never really been a gear issue, you know?
Well, maybe also they don't want to talk about it. It's kind of a private, it's a private conversation. You know what I mean? It's a private thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Another question that actually came in from an email for you. So some people are asking. There's a lot of videos online. People are doing squats, and they're not wearing sneakers or shoes. They're wearing just like socks. What do you think about that? And does it have any benefit squatting with socks on? Have you seen that before?
No, I
Never.
mean, Arnold used to do it, so that's probably my guess is they're just taking this from Arnold. But I would wear shoes, man. I just feel like it's much safer, you know.
Have you ever thought about not having the shoes on? Have you ever thought about like it's gonna be like you're gonna be more sturdy on the floor or something?
Never. I don't want to take my shoes off at the gym, anyways. You know. I kind of like to do that in the comfort of my own home.
Yeah, I hear you, man. All right, sounds good, Craig. So what else is going on with you this week? What are you up to?
You know, just back to the grind, man. I'm remodeling my my whole master bathroom again. So I told myself I'd be done. I was done, but just like bodybuilding, man, you're never satisfied. So my whole bathroom's ripped up upstairs. But watch my stories. I'll make sure to post what it looks like. It's gonna look really, really sick after. But other than that, man, nothing really. You know, just the same old stuff. Different day. Today I'm gonna go train some arms. Eat some steak and rice after, come home, you know, same old shit, different day, man. What about you?
A lot of work, a lot of interviews this week. We have a lot of different interviews coming up. A lot of content. And
Anybody well known?
I actually got something very exciting that we're planning to do. So we're planning to start a new show, like a debate show. So we're gonna have let's say two guys, two different people, and then debate the topics in bodybuilding.
That's
And
cool.
we're actually working on something with obviously Tony Huge, obviously you know him.
He's speaking of the devil, talked to him yesterday. Be ready. We're gonna have some stuff coming. He's coming here in I think like 2 or 3 weeks to Vegas. So we're gonna be doing some cool stuff. I think we're gonna like rent out like a nice car and and yeah, we're gonna do some good footage.
Nice. So yeah, we're gonna do one with him and Dr. Thomas O'Connor, who's also in bigorexia as well. So
Okay.
you know, they always exchange words, you know, in films that we've done before. So we're actually gonna have them in one program together. It's gonna be fun.
Nice. I'm excited. I'll definitely be watching that.
Maybe we'll do one with you and somebody else too. You know, if you're passionate
Yeah.
about
So
it. If you...
like two people that like talk about each other.
Not yeah, but just debated issues. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll be like, obviously, you know, Thomas O'Connor is anti-enhancements. Tony Hughes is pro-enhancements.
Okay.
So you know, different
Yeah.
things.
Definitely find someone for sure. You know,
Yeah, man.
I'm definitely down. That'd be fun.
Absolutely. All right, brother. Good talking to you, man.
You too, brother.
Take care.
Peace.